Eo, you went to one of the other processing plants, correct?
Yeah, I went to number 1.
All right. Do you go through the front or the back? Or I should say, what do you do here?
Go out the window.
There are no windows.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same as I did before. I'm gonna go to the door and take a peek inside, see if there's anybody around.
Well, presuming you go in through the front, the answer is similar to before. You see several reindeer just milling about, doing their business and doing their jobs, and none of them seem to pay much attention to you. This is assuming you go through the front.
Yeah.
If you're going through the back, it'll be a different story.
Nah, it's the front.
Very well then.
So,
And it appears that this room is nearly identical in layout and design as the other one.
Okay, so I'm going to. you guys really should not leave me alone. So I'm going to run inside, like kind of like crazy-eyed, and then I'm going to scream, "Troll! Troll in the dungeon!"
All right.
So what role would that be, or can I just say that?
I mean, you can say it.
All right, perfect. What do they react with?
Most of them just look at you strangely and continue on with their work.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna.
I thought that you should know.
Okay, I'm. Okay. It's still funny.
And
I'm going to.
And if you charge into the back room, well, I should say, did your shouting and charging take you into the back room?
Nah, I was just kind of like in like a few feet in front of the front door.
Oh, yeah, and that's all you actually get. They're just sort of like, oh, whatever.
All right. So I'm assuming they haven't noticed the other burning building. So I'm going. This is what. Let's make them laugh. So since I didn't get the attention, I'm sorry, my own idiocy is making me laugh. So since I didn't get the attention I wanted, I take out 2 more Molotovs and throw them.
Oh my god!
I was expecting this actually.
Jesus.
Well,
You're right to expect this.
Well, as you throw the Molotov cocktails, you see things beginning to catch fire, and something actually kind of alarming happens. The ungulates don't react to the fire whatsoever. They just continue about their business, no matter how close they are to it.
Not even the supervisors?
Well, you're not in the part with the supervisors.
Oh.
You're still in the part.
I wanted to throw them in that area because now I'm just looking like a jerk throwing fire at unconscious ungulates.
As if you weren't save everybody on this. You better save everybody on this.
So the thing is I asked where you were. I mentioned that you were still in the front. So I figured that you were still in that. I didn't realize that you transitioned into the back side of the process. Oh,
I did. I didn't know that the back was where the supervisors were. I thought it was just like they were kind of around.
Generally speaking, yeah, the back side is where the supervisor.
Okay. Well, I threw 2 Molotovs. Okay, so now I move to the back, and then as I go in there, I yell, "Troll in the dungeon!"
At that time, the supervisors and a few look at you, and people are like, "Who are you?" They look at you like, "Can we help you?"
2 more Molotovs.
Well, they're not sticking around. They abandoned ship pretty quickly.
Someone give me a slow clap, please.
You don't deserve a slow clap. You crazy nut job.
I know I don't.
And what you doing? What you doing at this point?
Can I look for more healing items?
You're burning down the building, and you're looking for healing items.
Jesus.
You shush.
I'm going to say no at this juncture.
All right then.
And I should clarify again. Well, the ones that split were the ones who are cognizant. The other, or not brainless, but like lifeless ones, are still doing their jobs despite the burning
Oh,
buildings.
man.
Like,
Well,
hey,
the ones in the second building are dead. All right.
Did Io just like admit to like just committing genocide?
Yeah.
No, not genocide.
Mass
I didn't
murder.
even know their races. They're like aren't they like a mix? Right?
They're 99% reindeer.
Ooh, that's kind of genocide-y.
There's the one unicorn you saw out in the field, and there's like the odd one or two ungulates who you don't immediately recognize what their species is.
Okay. Can I go to the back to the crates this time?
To the where the crate
To-
for the
Yeah, to the like to outside in the back where they're getting loaded up.
yes.
All right.
Basically, you walk out through the backside of the building, and you're now outside where crates are being piled and hauled off. And then
So they're sane people, or kind of like all right
Yeah.
people out there. No.
no, all the loading and carting ways are done by the, I guess, brainless ones. And they're not brainless; they're just drained,
All right.
expressed.
Would there be like there's readily built armor in those crates, right? That's what you said?
There are, but in the room that you were in, there were various suits of armor in various stages of construction. So there's probably one or two complete pieces that hadn't quite been packed up yet.
All right then. Well, that's all I'm doing for this building.
Well, you probably have enough time to tell me what you're going to do next.
Third building.
Very good. And is it more or less a rinse and repeat previous?
I thought you meant you were gonna cut back after I told you.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, because again, they're freeing all those ungulates for a very long time.
And you're burning
Yeah,
all
they're freeing everybody, and I'm just kind of not.
And so as a result, when you approach the third building, you actually see that this one has been. You actually see the cognizant ones fleeing that building. In fact, at this point, as you glance around, any and all cognizant ungulates seem to have left the grounds.
Wait, they're leaving without me being there and throwing Molotovs in first?
Well, I mean, they probably witnessed two of their buildings burning down to the ground.
After an alpaca walked inside, and then they see you coming.
So, pretty much. I mean,
All right, I'm gonna go inside the third building then.
well, do you wish to go into the backside where the supervisors would be, or do you wish to go back through the front again?
I'm going to go to the back where some of the armor would be.
Well, you do find one or two pieces that appear to be either basically complete or are complete and just haven't, or is in the or is in the process of being packed up.
All right. I don't know if that's going to be better armor, but I want to take one.
It's basic for all intents and purposes. It's basically leather armor, as far as mechanics is concerned.
Is that better than scale mail?
No. Leather armor I think is 12 plus your dexterity modifier.
All right. Never mind.
It appears that these suits of armor are more they're custom jobs for ungulates of odd shapes and sizes, or more for display than function.
Can I try to destroy the machinery?
Well, burning down the previous two ones will certainly takes care of that.
So I can burn down this one?
If you wish.
This time, can I try to get all the workers out first?
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. 21. Hit me.
It's not hard to coerce them out of the building.
All right, then my last 2 Molotovs. Go!
All right. Well, I'll just tell you, don't look back at the previous 2 buildings. I don't think you want to know what's there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw 1 dagger in there just to really drive home the point.
God.
Well, okay.
Uh,
Well, once you've done your reckless arson, I will switch back to the rest of them once you tell me where you're headed from here.
Is there any other? Are there any other buildings?
There's one last building aside from various just storage sheds and little no, storage barns, sorry, and tiny
So-
storage sheds. The
So
last
one
building.
important building.
This one appears to be. Hold on. It's a very squat and unappealing 2-story building.
Yeah, I'll go there. All right.
All right, back to the other guy. Back to the rest of you.
back to the more savory people.
Strider, wake up.
All right, so you have successfully managed to remove most. I will go ahead and say all of the ungulates from the cocoons.
I'm
And,
here.
very good.
I have my. All of that.
Very good. So
Thought he did.
you've basically completed your work, and most of the ungulates they're all in various states of having been drained. Some appear to be been in there for not very long. Some appear to have been there for quite some time. 1 or 2 was just about to leave, etc., and so on and so forth. And most of them can stand on their legs, and they all just have the same sort of vacant, unsure of what's going on kind of look. Oh, silly me! I forgot an important detail.
The final boss is in this room.
No, I forgot the detail that inside the cocoons, you see what appears to be a feeding tube that inserts itself down into their throats,
Ugh.
through which golden oats is channeled.
I see.
Got to give them some golden oats in their bodies somehow. So you successfully freed them, and most of them were just milling about, unsure of what to do with themselves.
Well, they're out of danger, so I guess it's okay to leave them be. You guys want to investigate the basement now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go
All
fight
right.
the final boss without me.
Also, the cocoons that they were in are now smashed to bits thanks to me.
Yep.
We
When
did
I
it.
take a hammer, just
Never to be
Oh,
used again.
don't basement.
As you head down. Yes. Okay. As you head down to the basement, the staircase doesn't go through the main floor to get to a separate staircase that goes down. When you get down there, you discover something very unexpected and kind of terrifying. It appears Frederick Graysky is dead.
Oh no.
It appears
Yes.
that he's been murdered by ice sprites.
I'm sorry. That's
A fitting end.
no.
A fitting end
Oh, man.
to the final
poor
boss.
No.
that poor man.
Yes, you do see his corpse actually having been torn to shreds by several bloody ice sprites who are still viciously
Shreds, you
tearing
say?
into him.
Oh no.
I give
Oh,
a slow clap.
Oh no.
He just gives a long drawn out.
It's
Like,
worth noting.
I
you
joined
can,
in.
It's worth noting. You can tell he tried to make it.
I turned to the group and I'm like, man, I didn't know ice sprites were so hardcore.
It's worth noting that apparently he tried to make a break for based upon how close he is to the exit. But
The poor man.
yeah.
Poor guy. So are they just like beating him up, or are they like?
No, they tore him to pieces.
Are they like?
They
Are they
literally are.
eating him?
No, they're not eating him. They're just tearing him apart.
Like,
that-
imagine someone killing themselves by jumping in front of a speeding train.
Jesus.
You know, their tiny little elven fists are ripping off chunk of flesh and muscle and bone.
Oh god.
I can just imagine these just small ice sprites are just ripping like. God.
Oh, see, you're worried
They're
about
like
me
tiny
cursing in this family-friendly session, describing death.
This
You're
is a
describing death right here.
This is
ain't
a whole-
friendly.
this is a Horshan Hunters Guild.
Crossover, man. It's the crossover.
All right. Well, down to the basement. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to escape this madness.
Guys, what this scene is just land piranhas.
Yeah.
You know what? For some flavors, my pups go and take a bite out of him too.
Yeah.
If you really want to, go right ahead.
That's flavor.
All right.
My
So
dog's joined in. My dog's joined in.
And for what it's worth, apparently reindeer is a pretty good flavor.
No.
minty.
Oh, delicious venison.
Remember, I actually had the chance to have venison, but unfortunately, I didn't take it.
I have not
I've had
had.
venison before.
I have not
Venison's
had
gotta
deer
be-
meat in years.
I'm not
I
really
had, like.
fond of it.
I can
I
at
had-
least tell you that deer sausage just pretty much tastes like pig sausage, man. Just not even that much of a difference.
I had deer meat when I was like a really young. I don't remember.
I think I've had deer meat. I just can't remember if I'm sure about
When
Speaking
whenever,
of which,
whenever
Oh, no.
whenever Benson's dogs like took a bite out of that guy, this was pretty much my reaction looking at Benson. If it, oh no! What is you doing?
Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
What you
what
do?
is you doing?
Oh no!
well, it's the first time I've seen this little meme. Fantastic. All right, so down into the basement. When you arrive downstairs, you see a few things. The first and most poignant thing you see is in the center of the room down there is a giant black crystal.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This
Vinny,
crystal,
Sombra.
can you please check to see that we're not gonna die?
this crystal is suspended and supported from the ceiling and the floor by more webbing, and of course, and you can see that the webbing from upstairs is coming out of the walls and into the crystal, and then from there into very, very thick strands into the floor and up towards the deeper into the valley. But in addition to this, you also see several other cocoons down here, but not quite as many. It appears down here there's only maybe a dozen or so cocoons, and these ones appear to be, whereas the ones on the top floor were nice and orderly, you know, nice neat rows and everything. These ones appear to be just sort of erected here, erected there. That one's like more attached to the wall, so on and so forth.
I turned to guys. I'm like, so how bad of an idea would it be if I just smashed that crystal with my hammer?
We should have Benson check it out first.
Yeah, here's my Arcana
Wait,
check.
hold up. I've got an idea.
Are you sure you want? Let me just check first. and then we're
I
good.
don't want to
Okay.
die in this room.
I'm gonna run up.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Goodness, I'm going to
Oh,
run
God.
up.
I'm
going
doing an Arcana
Hold on.
check.
Hold on. Strider, what are you doing?
While they're doing this, I'm gonna run upstairs.
Okay.
Why?
I'm
Is there
going to go up to the ice sprites, and I'm gonna be like, "Can I borrow his body?"
What? What?
Give me a persuade check.
He wants to use it as a meat shield, I think.
Persuasion. What's my persuasion? 2.
By the way, that roll was for Arcana OC.
Yeah.
That's a total 20.
You did it in the general.
Oh, I did in general. Oh no.
Well, fortunately, it was witnessed. So it was witnessed by others about it. So, all right. So, real quick, you managed to convince the ice sprites to set aside the bloodlust for a moment and to allow you to borrow his body, or at least what constitutes as his remains.
Right.
Right. So, Benson, perhaps you are a little overwhelmed with the sheer amount of magic in the room that you're in. Perhaps you don't feel well because just being near this thing, you kind of feel like bits of your magical essence being drained out of you. Your horns feel a little almost like someone's giving subtle tug on your horns, and they ache slightly.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too, Snow.
So, and that too, yes. That was rather shocking. So, at the end of the day, whatever it was, you can't gather much information outside of, well, this is where the magic's being collected and then sent out.
I'm gonna get my hammer ready.
I
Snow,
don't like this.
Yep.
Wanna break-
you get much more information.
Of course he does.
For once. I think this is
For
the
once.
first time. I think it's the first time you out Arcana him, isn't it?
Yes, very much. Yeah.
Well, in a surprise twist of fate, the squib knows the magic answers. So
Squib.
I am a squib.
it's true. So upon examining this crystal, you determine a couple of things. One, this thing is made of pure darkness. Duh.
Okay.
Second off, it seems to not only collect the magic, but it compresses it and kind of refines it. And then it sends it out. Also, however, it spends a small amount of the magic that it absorbs on another thing that it does. And as mentioned before, this crystal is the reason behind it. It is basically putting out a massive mind control effect that fools the body into believing it doesn't have much pain or emotions or whatever have you. So essentially, those under its effect don't feel pain and they don't feel exhaustion or emotions.
Oh, so the people inside of the burning buildings won't feel a thing while they're dying.
Pretty much.
I'm not on fire. This fire isn't real.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Wait, Strider,
I'm okay
didn't you have that one story of like one of your players or something?
Oh
like,
yeah.
friend that
We had a
convinced someone they
bar.
were on fire?
We had
By
a
the
bard
way-
who nat 20'd a diplomacy check to telepathically convince a guy who was on fire that he wasn't on fire.
Well, okay then.
So he was like, "Yeah, I'm not on
There we
fire."
go.
So he just
I'm
stood there
fine.
and burned to death.
For what it's worth, Zero, because I am not a vindictive DM, if you want to rescue the Unglates from the other buildings, I will allow you, since you did not realize that they would basically sit there and burn to death.
Zero,
I was,
you better do this.
I want to
You
do
better
that.
do this.
I will.
Because
Shut up.
Benson finds out, he's gonna murder
Whoa.
you.
All right.
I
Oh,
will.
Cole,
Shut up
Ronald
now. Go back to your
that.
scene. I'm in
All
mine.
right. So, Zero, do you wish to do this or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just say basically once you realize what's going on, I should get moving.
Crystal.
Yes, and it to come under its influence, it appears you have to be shoved into a cocoon, presumably against your will.
Smash it. Is it okay to
Yeah,
smash it?
is it? That is the main question. Is it safe to destroy it?
Well, that's when I come in.
Well, destroying it will release its effects, but it will not like explode and go nuclear.
Okay.
Instead,
Okay.
what will happen from the looks of it is there'll probably be like a surge of magic in the air, but then it'll mostly dissipate.
All right. Giant wall of meat. Destroy it.
What about
Good.
All right, you smash it. Roll me some damage.
God damn it!
Oh.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to swear.
I like how he cursed and apologized.
I didn't mean to swear. It just came out. It just came out.
Although I do
That's
appreciate
so
the
annoying.
catch. All right, you smash it good and put some good cracks in it, but it still exists.
Doing
Okay.
it again.
Zhanghua, your turn.
I want to go
Alright.
absolutely ballistic on this thing.
I'm coming down with the body. Hang on. I've got a plan, guys.
Yeah, sure, why not? This time, Zhanghua comes running down the stairs with Frederick's remains in her hooves. Or
Okay.
or whatever have you.
Don't hit it! I've got a plan,
My
guys.
hand, I can imagine Jungle running it, and my hand was like really inches from hitting it.
She just runs up, and as hard as she can, puts his body into the crystal.
All right, make an attack roll.
I look at it like,
Nat
what is this
one,
concept?
nat
Because technically, this thing
Nah,
does have
one.
an AC. Okay, yeah, you very easily.
I've
hit
heard
it.
a lot of slams, but
I look
So
at
what's
Jungle
up?
like,
So what's the damage on a corpse? So what's the damage dice on a corpse?
For the sake of this corpse, this instance, this moment, we're going with 2d12.
Oh.
Plus the strength mod.
Yeah, plus all the other good stuff.
All right. 19 damage.
I swear, I thought that was 12-12, and I was gonna be like,
I wish it was.
All right, you smash that thing hard, and it breaks in half. It shatters, it explodes, and there's a massive surge of magic that flows through the air. Everyone, including Io, make dexterity saving throws, please.
yeah, I figured.
oh no.
well, it's not initiative, so
14.
What are these rolls?
Yeah.
Hey!
And
Of
Io.
course.
All right, you did. Never mind. Sorry. Well, it appears the only person who succeeded was Io.
Of course.
Really?
Perhaps fittingly enough.
We all get disintegrated by prismatic spray.
No, you're just knocked against the walls. That's all. Blown back and knocked against the walls and then land prone. There's no actual
Well-
harm done to you.
I mean, being an alpaca, I'm kind of used to rough terrain, but then again, I was raised by sheep, so I don't know how that would work out.
and then again,
Right.
you're literally like as far away from us as possible.
Io, you
Yeah.
as you finish escorting the last of the ungulates out of the buildings,
Benson.
since we're altering the timeline ever so slightly, you feel an incredibly powerful surge of magic in the air, and it almost feels you get hit with like a shockwave, and it almost knocks you off your feet, your hooves, I should say. But you're fine. The ones around you, most of them basically get knocked over, knocked into a wall, what have you.
Giant pile.
Gonna go full link.
It's also worth noting that the cocoons down where you guys are, all of them have burst open from the blast. And Io,
Yeah.
there's a moment of silence in the air, as suddenly that horrible oppressive feeling that everyone can basically feel it is just more oppressing to the magic characters, kind of disappears. This is not to be confused with the overall doom and gloom of the valley. That's still very much there. And then you see some of the ungulates standing up, and the feeling of the air suddenly shifts. It goes from this like super heavy, kind of depressing, just endless work, to murderous rage.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Guys,
As you begin hearing several screams of anger and pain, and the ungulates near you. It's just screams of pain, agony, hatred just rise up as a cacophonous noise. And several of them turn towards you, Io, and there is murder and blood in their eyes.
Is this because of the dark magic?
Is this because I threw Molotovs and then decided to save them?
If you want, you can flee into the manor if you'd like.
If I make like an intimidation and I succeed, would that do anything?
I'm gonna level with you. No.
Fair enough. All right, I run like a little baby into the manor.
All right.
I'm
And
outta here.
and as you do so, it appears that they're relatively hot on your heels. They appear to be quite exhausted, so their progress is a bit slow, but they are basically heading towards the manor house nonetheless. Down in the basement. The
To the back.
explosion has occurred, and the corpse of Frederick Greski, a good piece of it has disappeared from the explosion.
I wrote this.
Leaving behind, enough for maybe his relatives to identify.
Maybe. Give it a hard
I'm,
maybe.
I'm surprised his body didn't explode.
Here's a surprisingly well-built reindeer.
Oh.
You know, he ate his veggies and his Cheerios in the morning.
I mean, well, someone took his bowl.
Hey, those are mine then.
And wait, where is it? Nope, that's not the information I was looking for. Foenum, I'm just checking something real quick in the menu.
Okay.
Okay, right, cool. After you, did you actually throw it into the crystal, or did you use it as like a bludgeoning object?
I chucked him. I straight chucked him.
Oh, okay then. Very good. So yeah, pretty much. We'll say that GIF is not entirely inaccurate. Good commercial too. That said, but we'll still say that the same amount's there. From the cocoons, you see a few things. You see what appears to be a couple of reindeer who have been what appears to be completely sucked dry. Just completely. They're just basically a dry hut.
They're dead.
You also see what appears to be a longma who is mostly dead. Not quite dead, but pretty close.
He's not all dead. It's Sandy.
Sandy!
And you spot a unicorn who is dead.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
unicorn.
And the rest of the cocoons that were down there as well are also reindeer in various states of death.
Oh.
Oh, they're fine.
So there's no. So I'm gonna check on that longbow that's not dead yet.
All right. Give me a quick medicine check, and then EO, you will enter. When you enter the manor, do you go upstairs or downstairs?
Quick thinking, roll a dice.
Well, you have high perception. You can hear lots of murders upstairs.
I can wait. Hold on. Weren't the ice sprites tearing up Grayski in the front, like the bottom, the floor I'm on, inside the door? Wouldn't I see a bunch of bloody ice sprites?
This is true. You run in there and you see several black sprites near the doorway what appears to be some sort of remains. Whose it was, you have no idea.
So I'm going to go and kind of press up against the door and then weigh my options. Do I want murderous reindeer and assorted, maybe, or do I want murderous ice sprites?
Well, you can go upstairs or downstairs, or you can stay on this floor.
Take note that the ice sprites tore somebody into pieces.
Into pieces.
Into pieces.
Lots of punching.
So let me get this straight. The second floor was where the ice sprites were chained up.
Correct.
Third floor was with the cocoons, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And then bottom floor is where they're at right now, right?
Correct.
Okay. Out of fear, I'm gonna go upstairs.
All right. Let's see. You got an 8. Unfortunately, that doesn't give you much information as far as how the Longman is doing. I mean, he's breathing, but his eyes are very, very distant, and he doesn't really move much, and he's pretty well lacking in any sort of body weight. Actually, let me check something real quick before I continue on.
Bleh.
Yes, okay.
Sorry.
So, barring any other medicine checks.
Well, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look around to the guys, like, basically asking him, like, can he be helped?
Now, what you need, son, is Dr. Carver's all-in-one medicinal medicine juice. One sip of this, and your diseases and ailments will be gone.
Well, if
I don't know if I
everybody
want to hear that
Why
from the
does it smell
person.
like moonshine?
If everybody wants
Don't
to
worry
make
about
any,
that, son. Don't worry about it.
if everybody else wants to make any medicine checks, feel free.
Do I have anything in medicine? I have. Ooh. Well, I'll do it. I got a good.
I can give you a +1 bonus.
Hey, I think this guy's dead. Wait a minute, wait a minute, he's breathing. Wait a minute,
Dead, Jim.
he's dead. He's dead. Wait, guys. He's dead, but he's breathing. He's a zombie. Get him!
Right. Does anybody else want to try the medicine check?
I'm good.
I'll
I'm
try
good.
medicine.
I'll fare better.
I'm good.
Any of them.
I'll try a medicine.
You're upstairs. You're not
Yeah.
here.
Well, and speaking
Just
of
Try
which,
medicine from 2 floors up.
as you head upstairs, on the second floor, you meet on the stairs several reindeer who look at you and kind of want to rip your face off.
So on the stairs going up, I go like, yeah, then go back down.
And they more or less start chasing you down the stairs.
I know what we must do. We must bring this angry horde towards Gray Sky's place.
And
Were there any windows in the lobby? I forget.
Are you sure?
there were a couple windows in the lobby, yes. After all, you broke one.
Oh yeah, I broke a window. I remember, just out of pure spite. Okay, I look out that one and see where the reindeer are coming from, just real quick. The ones outside, I mean.
It appears that there is a large congregation beginning to surround the building, and they've begun. They're just about to begin entering it.
Yeah, downstairs.
Excuse me for a second. Gotta be right back.
All right.
Cardboard Benson's back.
And
I go downstairs is what I'm saying.
Okay then. Part of me is tempted to say we should take a quick, 5-10 minute break.
Okay, I'm grabbing food.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and take a quick 5. Let's come back in 15 minutes.
15.
Okay.
Say 10.
So yeah, well, let's say 15 minutes. That feels a little long. But
That's
that
why I
should be
said like
enough
10 or 5.
Let's go ahead and do 10. So yeah, be back in 10 minutes.
Ciao.
Then I said, hey, hey,
Hey Benson, play that one George Michael song.
Play Freebird.
Is everyone back?
Yes,
Everyone's back, but
Strider's having
Strider.
mic problems.
Shut up! Shut up!
Hold on. Hey, Benson.
Shut up, man.
Benson.
I think Strider's having mic problems.
That's
Because-
Get those sorted before tomorrow.
Did you turn it off and turn it on again?
System 32.
You all right there,
System,
Strider?
System 32 is a virus. Get rid of it.
Have you tried plugging it in?
Have you tried putting it in the toaster?
Have you tried
We're
plugging
best
in the
of helpful
toaster?
people.
Wait, don't make me laugh. It's hard to.
Shut up, Benson. Stop
You're not
playing
supposed to be
freaking
lying.
outside.
Yeah, actually, if you
We're
would
getting
mind,
ready.
if
Oh,
you wouldn't
okay.
mind,
Shutting up.
We're gonna start as soon as Strider's mic woes are taken care of.
I'm gonna mute myself as soon as that happens.
Ah, I totally forgot how to play that one theme.
That one George Michael
Kiss
song?
to Build a Dream. No, Kiss to Build a Dream. That's the
The,
only one you need to play.
the Jeopardy theme.
Yeah, the Jeopardy theme.
You have to learn to play Kiss to Build a Dream.
Back from the dead.
Hey,
Alright, everybody shut up.
Everybody shut up.
Okay,
Back from the
Vincent's not
dead.
making.
Oh, he's dead. I mean, he's
Guys.
alive.
Guys, shut up.
Non-important
I'm
people,
sorry.
shut up.
All right. Mic check. You good, Strider?
Yes, I think so.
All
We
right. Everyone sounds good. Let's go ahead and get back on track.
Word froze on me, so I'm switching to the browser.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's unfortunate, but thank goodness we can still hear you. All right. Let's
When
see
last we
here.
left off, I
Yes.
was running down to the basement.
All right. Just before you arrive, Colorado, you are all up in this long list, right?
I'm kind of like, those like dramatic movie scenes where they're kind of holding him in their arms.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
You-
kind of like that.
then you will hear this. I'm actually going to put it in the chat because he whispers these words so quietly that to do so wouldn't quite capture the essence of how feeble this is.
I'll read it if you want.
Eat.
Well, just PM it to me, and I'll be like, "Oh, is that quiet?"
But no need to attempt to emulate what he says.
Full Metal Alchemist was a good anime.
And at this point, as he says those words, you guys see Io barreling down the steps as though the very hold itself was on his heels.
Guys!
Do ungulates have heels?
Shh! Guys!
I don't care what EO has to say. I'm like, EO, come over here and heal this guy.
We have bigger problems than that!
And,
What do you mean bigger problems?
We leave you alone for a few minutes.
And basically, because dramatic timing, at that point, you guys begin seeing several dozen incredibly enraged reindeer start storming down the stairs, and there's nothing but bloodlust seething from them, as several of them even begin jumping from the stairs in your guys' directions. That's gonna be initiative.
Wow, I'm going last.
Well,
Oh man.
Oh, come on!
Wow.
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 un momento.
Oh.
Alright, then. Oh, Ben's actually got a pretty good score.
Oh wow, this is a good score.
Last. Oh, dang. Last one we need is Zhanghua. Oh.
Everybody stay quiet for the phone call.
Oh, okay then.
Too many phone calls. People.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
re-roll?
We'll go ahead and move forward, and then once he comes back, we'll put Zhanghua in the initiative order as if she'd always been.
Can I re-roll?
Right. I need to figure out who's going when. Yes. I go down here.
I'm most certainly going last.
Okay. Because I rolled monster initiatives ahead of time, that cuts out just a few seconds. Well, first is Ophelia. No surprise there.
Benson, stop eating on camera.
This is like an intense scene. I have my popcorn ready with me.
I'm
He's
about to
on-
smack the popcorn out of
on
your hands,
camera.
boy.
He's on mic or on air even.
Yeah, show some manners, boy.
At least mute yourself.
Yeah, that's basically me right now.
Right. That said, yes, I was figuring out the initiative order. I got distracted, and then. Yes, okay. Right, sorry for that brain fart.
I'm gonna write a list, and then I'm gonna eat it.
Be right back quickly.
All according to
Oh.
Keikaku. And my dog is chewing on its paw. All according to Keikaku.
Okay.
No, Keikaku means plan.
Yeah.
Translator's notes.
Translator's note. Keikaku means Keikaku.
Okay, I heard something fall. I was afraid of what it was, but it's okay.
There's a murder in your house, Snow. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Get out while you still can.
Oh, that's fine.
No.
Someone did break into my house at one point, and I chased him out.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's actually pretty metal.
I meant the movie Get Out. Get out. It's a good movie. Get out.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's good.
So we're gonna go ahead and start with Ophelia. So Ophelia, since you crit, you get a free action before anybody else does a single thing.
Woo!
So it can be whatever you want. Action to attack, whatever have you. I'll have you. There are.
Just give me first a layout of the room.
All right. The layout of the room is essentially a long rectangle. The stairs are at one of the extreme ends. Crystal is basically in the center, and then it continues on to the far. Width-wise, to cover the distance from one end of the room to the next, I would say you'd need to move twice if you have average speed.
But I have above average.
You guys are about halfway in the room at the moment, and the reindeer pouring down the staircase is. Hold on, just doing a quick bit of mouth. You get a rough estimate of maybe 30 reindeer pouring their way down here.
What is that?
Welcome back.
Sorry, my stepdad called me and he needed my help with something.
No worries. Just go ahead and
So
give
you
us-
tell him
give
to
us,
turn it off and back on again?
Just go ahead and give us initiative real quick, would you?
It's just plus dex, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
22! 22! Oh my.
That's you almost beat out Ophelia.
Not quite there.
Almost.
Almost.
A point away from tying, and then another point from there.
Doggy.
Boy.
Here
he be.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So for your benefit, Strider, the room is like a large rectangle that you are in. You guys are about halfway in, and the staircase is at one end. Then there's the far wall at the other end. And if your speed is average, it would take you 2 moves to cross the entire length. The reindeer pouring down from the staircase, you count probably close to about 30 of them pouring into the downstairs. Oh my god, Breeze, deja vu. Oh dear. Anyways, continue. And Ophelia
I'm
is
done with
first.
work.
Ophelia is
I
first.
survived the battle of the 44 dudes.
Yeah.
Mechanically speaking, you have 3 different HP pools. You have 3 different HP pools to target.
Okay, so this is basically a swarm.
3 of them specifically.
All right. I don't know how well this will work. But after thinking about it for a bit, I still have 1,000 ball bearings in my bag. Maybe I should
Okay.
pour them out in front of the reindeer.
Well, if you want to, go right ahead. That's your it's your turn to do with as you see fit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to wheedle down as much of these reindeer as I can. Hopefully, this will stumble them a bit.
Fair enough.
All right, so that's what I do for my free action.
All right, then it is your turn. Your actual turn.
All right, so do my ball bearings take any effect of any sort?
Well, the horde hasn't reached the bottom of the stairs yet. If your ball bearings will have effect, it will come into effect on their turn, and when they go after Benson. The initiative order is Ophelia, Jean-Paul, Colorado, Benson, then the hordes, then EO.
Oh, thank God.
So basically, you have to wait until the hordes go if you see if your ball bearings have effect.
All right.
Bring them in here, then.
Boy.
In
Mark
that
back to smack
case,
ya.
And for ease, we'll say EO the rest of the party as opposed to the bottom of the stairs.
Alright, that's
You
fine
have
with
to
me.
drag an entire horde
I'm about-
down here. No dignity.
No dignity.
No dignity. Gotta
No
bag it up.
dignity.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Where is it?
yo,
Where is
yo.
it? There it is.
Snow, what are you doing with your turn?
okay, so wait, let me check first how much health I have, and I'll decide based on that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is
Oh. For what it's worth, I forgot to mention this. Any HP, because you guys should be level 4 for this encounter.
yes.
Any HP you guys spent or any resources you spent during the brothers battle, or even during that whole scene, is refunded. Which means I believe Eos spent a healing spell during that RP scene.
Yeah, but I kind of spent 1 second level spell slot against Graysky. Do I get that back?
Anything spent during this section is still spent.
Guys, you guys are gonna be dead because I can't hear you. Oh well, all right.
That means I have one spell slot.
Bring them.
Well, it is your turn though.
Okay, fine. I guess I'm going to use my Firebolt cantrip to try and back them up a bit.
All right. Are you attempting to intimidate them, or are you attempting to actually hit them?
I don't think they're in my range yet. Oh wait, let me double check like what the range. 120 feet.
Which is fine. This whole hallway. I don't.
Well, I don't really want to hurt them, so maybe I'll just intimidate them.
All right. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check in place of intimidation.
All right. I think it's a 1.
What are you complaining about, dude?
It appears they don't care about your fire. Anything else for your turn?
Move to the back of the team.
Fair enough. All right, John Wad, it's your turn.
Alright,
There's to refresher, there's the group of you in the center of the room. The floor between you and
There's
the
about
reindeer who is
30
now covered in ball bearings.
dudes
And then
coming in.
there's about 30 dudes coming down the stairs, but it's 3 different HP piles.
Okay. Whew. Alright. I'm going to. I'm gonna attempt a persuasion. If I can't somehow calm these guys down. Probably gonna need a nat 20. But
Probably. But hey, you never know.
I gotta believe. I gotta
Chance.
believe. I gotta believe. I gotta believe. It's a
You
21.
believed!
Hey, I just saw your name, jerk. I was looking at all my
I mean,
stats and
that's-
going over stuff, and then I see this, and I'm like,
I mean, it's a nat 19. It's a 21 total.
So these
Shut up.
guys are immune to mind control. That was a really good roll. So
Suck it, boy.
what I will do is I will go ahead and have one of them not take their turn this turn. So rather than having three of them come in, only 2 of them will arrive on the
Nope,
scene.
yep.
Yeah.
You got us all killed. Good job.
20 reindeer are gonna attack us instead of 30. Awesome.
All right.
Hey,
Great job.
Anything else for your turn, Shangwa?
How big is this room?
Across, probably about half the distance you could cover if you have average speed, and then
Like,
lengthwise.
Total size, end to end.
Great. Now you make me have to actually like create math. All right, give me a moment to.
I ain't
figure
gonna
it out.
die. I ain't dying here. I'll take all 30 of these guys on. I'll have a nice hearty meal.
Let's see.
Oh, but I don't have.
hey guys, real quick. Oh, shut up, Colorado. I told you, I'm looking at my phone. Shut up. Is there a difference between a melee spell attack and a ranged spell attack? Like, does my spell attack bonus change, or no?
No, your spell attack bonus is what you will use, regardless of the range of the spell,
Ah, okay, good.
be it melee or range.
All right, just checking.
What am I doing? I was doing something important. I was trying to figure something
You're
out.
doing math, apparently.
Yes, I was, because you want to know how big this place was total. All right, let's assume. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch to squares. And for those of you who can pretend squares are about 5 feet or 1.5 meters, because that's about more or less kind of the same distance. This room is about 12 squares long, and it's about 3 squares wide, and it's about
Not much room.
it's about 2 or 3 squares high.
Why?
This is a small room. This is just a really long corridor.
Yeah, basically.
Actually might actually work in our favor. On me. What do I got on me? Let me look through my inventory.
Hopes and wishes.
I have no more Molotovs.
Oh, great. Hey, Io, where are all those Molotovs that you could have used at this moment?
Oh, hey, I threw them at those buildings.
I mean, out of fairness, those buildings kind of deserved it. So, well, the business did, anyways.
Whose turn is it?
God,
It's
I-
Jean.
Spiders.
Yeah, it's Jean.
I'm trying to think what
Okay.
I can do here.
Rest.
Only one entrance.
That you can see, yes.
God. You get us killed, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, I got us. Don't you worry about a thing, or don't you worry, child. Don't you worry, child. I've got a plan for you.
17 investigation, see if there might not be like a secret entrance around here.
All right, are you searching
secret
immediate?
exit.
Are you searching? Which part of the room are you searching? Like, are you searching the immediate area? Are you searching the staircase? Are you searching the backside?
I'm searching anything. I'm looking at anything I can potentially see. Ceilings, floors, walls, gates, secret magical portals.
Something in the back catches your eye. You're not sure what. It'll warrant further investigation, but something is strange about that back wall.
Can I move towards it?
Yes.
I haven't. Alright, I'm gonna move towards it and I'm going to try and I'm gonna like knock on it.
All right. As you're not gonna give me a perception, and then we'll move on to Colorado.
15.
It's faint, but yes, it does indeed sound like there's some hollowness behind it.
I'm gonna speak up to the rest of the party. Guys, I think it's fake.
You're just imagining things, Zhonghua. We're gonna die here. Just accept it.
Oh.
All right, Colorado, your turn.
Y'all can die. I'm living. I got
Yeah,
stuff
I'm gonna
to do.
survive.
I got
Yo.
souls to keep. I'll take on
All right.
Graysky on my own.
What I'm gonna do, I heard Chungwa's message. So the guy that whispered to me about his sister, I'm picking him up and running to the fake wall.
Right? I allow you to do one relatively minor thing while you're there, if you want to do anything.
One relatively minor thing.
Yes. Since I
Because
figure
I
picking him up and putting him in your back is probably most of an action.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So
All right.
I'm so I'm turning to Chungwa. Fake door. All right, let's start busting it down.
She nods.
Now you two done ball bearings, correct?
Yep.
I assume there's a DC attached to those bad boys. The hordes aren't going in. I just because it is Benson's turn at this point.
Oh, joy. Mm.
Oh, shut up, you. We'll get out.
Well,
It's like, I don't know if I want to do the least amount of damage or the most amount of damage. For these to be a big block. So, can I make a silent image of P. Graysky?
you may.
I'm gonna make a silent image of P. Graysky and put
Well,
because I'm thinking that like they'll see P. Graysky and they'll go the deers will go attack him instead of us. Is that a thing? Good.
sounds like a plan. Try it and see what happens.
Oh.
Hey, it's D&D. You gotta try.
Hey, you gotta try.
The DM isn't going to give you all the answers. Where's the fun in that?
He should have
Okay.
thrown his corpse at these guys.
Yeah, I should have thrown. Yeah, but I want.
Okay,
I
So
I
I'm gonna
want-
make a silent image of P. Graysky and put at least
Near the stairs.
no, away from the stairs. So if they're distracted by him, we can get out.
Yeah, so keep them at the stairs so we can move.
Well, there is your current location, which is the center of the room. There's the back side of the room where Zhonghua and Colorado are investigating what appears to be some sort of false wall. There is the staircase that the reindeer are coming down, and between you guys and the reindeer, the floor is covered in ball bearing.
I'll put it in a corner.
How are they gonna see it if it's in the corner?
Okay, next to the stairs.
Okay.
Now all of them.
We'll go ahead and skip their turn then. Right, it is time for them. First things first, is there a DC for these ball bearings? I assume
Yes.
that
10.
10? Cool. Dexterity, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. For a change, I'm going to go ahead and roll that right here.
He's gonna let us see, guys.
Oh.
Yay!
All right. So the first horde that comes barreling down the stairs are several of them sort of hesitate. Wow. Spit it out. Several of them hesitate coming down the stairs. They sort of seem to second guess their actions. The rest of them, however, come pouring down with reckless abandon. And the first group hit the ball bearings and, with mad skills, ignore them.
They're rollerblading champions.
However, they can't help but notice that Frederick Grayski is sitting there in the corner. And with a unified roar of blood and
Oh, thank
murderous
God.
desire,
Oh,
They-
thank God.
they charge over there and proceed to rip the silent image to pieces.
Oh.
They try. They kind of get there and realize, oh, it's fake. And then they get more angry.
Oh,
Thanks a
God.
lot.
But on the bright side, that was their turn. The last group that comes barreling towards you either didn't see, didn't know, or doesn't understand the concept of ball bearings, and the entire group slips, slides, and falls flat on their faces on their way to you.
Woo!
So
Make it-
we have a clearing, right?
Basically, at this point, what it is there's a group. There's a group of them still on the stairs. There's a group of them clumped off to the side of the stairs on the ground. And there's another group of them just sort of scattered across the floor. Specifically, you notice that they appear to be in groups of 8.
How
Now that
geometrical.
they're a little more spread out. Which means actually I gave you guys the wrong number.
Yeah, you said 30 people. Well, whatever.
I did. Sorry, I meant to say a little over 20. Yes, I mathed bad.
So 24.
Yes, there appear to be 24 of them down here. It does not
Alright.
appear there are any more coming upstairs. I cut
Alright.
out a lot of it, didn't I?
All
No,
right.
it's fine.
Next
Hey.
person.
That'd be you, EO. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shoot. Hold on. Let's see how many actions. So move, action, bonus. Okay, good. I'm going to. We're in the middle. How far is it to that back wall?
It'll take you one move. It'll take you one move to get there.
Okay, I'm gonna use my move to move halfway to the back wall.
All right.
Then I'm going to use my light crossbow to shoot the group that's fallen in the ball bearings.
All right. Lethal or non-lethal? Although I'm not sure how you do it.
Completely lethal.
As you wish. Go for it. That is a hit. Roll for damage. And that is this group.
Max damage. Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no.
All right.
There we go.
And now, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast that one spell that I used against Grayski, Spiritual Weapon.
All right. Your
Summon
crossbow,
a weapon.
your crossbow fires and it plows through 4 of them, leaving 4 left.
All right. So I cast Spiritual Weapon, which allows me to basically summon a spiritual weapon, and I can attack when I cast it, which is also why I was asking about range and melee spell, whatever.
Mhm.
I can attack on my bonus action, so I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same group, I assume.
yeah,
All right. Sticking with lethal, I presume.
oh yeah.
Very good. That's definitely a hit.
Let me check its damage die. Oh, okay. Wow. But still. All right, and that'll be it for my turn.
This is the same group from before, correct? Sorry.
Yeah, it's the same group I shot with my arrow, the one that fell in the ball bearings.
All right, your sword takes out all but 2 of them.
Oh, well, I didn't say what it was. I can technically make it whatever I want, but sure, let's go with the sword.
Fair enough. What would you like it to be?
A sword.
Good then. Then your sword takes out all but 2 of them, and injures one of the 2 remaining.
Sweet.
That takes us up to the top. Ophelia, it is your turn.
All right. So, seeing how effective that grayscale illusion was, I'm gonna try and recreate it by using my minor illusion cantrip.
Minor illusion cantrip, huh? Is it strong enough to actually create?
Well, no. So what I'm gonna do actually is project the voice of Graysky behind them.
All right, so you're basically projecting it, or say from the corner.
Yeah, let's see that.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right. Blah, 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 is nice.
Great.
All right. All right. Well, anything else you with your turn?
Run towards the back wall.
All right, Jean-Paul, your turn.
All right. I'm going to pull out my staff and I'm going to try and break this wall.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right.
You do not hit hard enough. The wall's undamaged.
All right. I'm going to try and punch it with my bonus action.
Fair enough.
Not using a point.
She's gonna punch the wall open.
Hey, it works in anime.
That works in Minecraft, you know.
I just hurt my hand.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That would have been awesome.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, that makes it Colorado's turn.
Well, I'm gonna try and do what Shut It and break down the wall.
I believe this is a familiar scene.
It is.
Seems to be a recurring theme.
Us being unable to hit anything.
Action surge going for it.
I mean,
again.
technically you are hitting it. You're just not hitting it hard enough. Because it'd be silly to say you're not actually hitting the thing.
Action surge going for it again.
There you go. Now give me some damage. This time you get a good sound purchase on it. Alright, and you break a little bit of it off. There's still a whole lot more wall to go through. But hey, progress! Why did I do that? Come back, calculator. I need you.
The wall. Fight the wall.
Alright, Benson, your turn. There are two reindeer on the floor. One of them is injured, and there is a group that is on the stairs, and another group that is down by is at the bottom of the stairs.
And then there's also the people with the fake wall, right?
Yes, and behind you, your party members are currently trying to bust down a.
You know what? Let me go help them.
That'd be a great idea.
Yeah. A great idea.